There's been a lot of noise, a lot of free agent signings, trades, everything else in between, but where the hell are the Jets at cap-wise? What's their draft situation? Let's get into all of it. The picks in 2026, the picks in 2027, the cap in 2026, the cap in 2027. Let's talk about all of it. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily. This is a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Thanks for coming on in. If you're watching live or after the fact, make sure you guys like that video on YouTube and hit subscribe, baby. We're only a handful of subscribers away from 8,500, which is a wonderful milestone. Speaking of milestones, the Jets have had plenty of those, for sure, this offseason. It's been a lot of fun. And, folks, let's try to get into it. So here's where the Jets stand cap-wise at this current moment in time after their flurry of moves. Somehow, some way, the Jets are still in fifth place. They have the fifth most cap space of any team in the National Football League, according to Over the Cap. The Jets still have $44.9 million in free agency. I wouldn't call the Jets frugal by any means. The Jets certainly have made a lot of moves. They're not the Broncos. I don't even know if the Broncos have signed an outside free agent yet, although they did make that splash trade for Jalen Waddle. Perhaps more on that later. But the Jets have not been frugal, but selective and, quite frankly, cost-effective here. The Jets have made a ton of moves to improve this roster all over the place, and yet they've maintained their cap flexibility just in case a potential move arrives at some point in the future, an opportunity to improve the roster. The Jets have $44.9 million in cap space. That's the fifth most in the National Football League right now. Taking a peek ski at 2027, the Jets have cut into those funds. They were projected at one point to have over $200 million in cap space. That's no longer the case. As of business right now here on March 18th, the Jets have $160 million in cap space for next season. That is 18 million fewer. And so let me rephrase that a few times. So 160 million in cap space for 2027. That is the second most in the National Football League. The only team who has more is the Arizona Cardinals. They have 178 million in cap space for next year. So the Jets are in a healthy cap situation right now. They're in a very healthy cap situation coming up there. And here's the other good news. If you look at dead money for next year, the Jets have a big fat zero right now in dead money. The teams that are around them, the Cardinals that are ahead of them, have $7.2 million in dead cap for 2027. The Dolphins, who have $156 million in cap space next year, have $56 million already in dead cap money, which is by far number one. And then the Falcons, who are fourth most in cap space next year, already have $12.5 million in dead cap. So the Jets are in a healthy place. Darren Mucci is cleaning up a lot of the BS that's been around here for this Jets franchise for some time. Because, like right now, for instance, the Jets, in terms of that dead cap, have over $111 million in dead cap for this current year that they're dealing with right now in this moment in time. Now, if you scroll down and find like the Dolphins, they have $115 million in dead cap, so they have more than the Jets. So that's it's good to not be in first place in that category, respectively. But nonetheless, Darren Mucci has done a wonderful job of being in a healthy cap place and space right now and for next year. So I like where we are from a cap perspective. And let's get into the draft, baby. Let's get into the draft because there's been a lot of noise. Here are the Jets draft selections. Let's throw this up. All right, we'll start here in 2026. This is the draft next month. Okay, these picks that you see on your screen, and I'll read them for our audio-only listeners. This is the treasure chest of picks that the Jets have. The Jets in the 2026 NFL Draft have 9 total picks. They have 2 picks in the first round, number 2 and number 16 overall. They have 2 picks in the second round, number 33 and number 44 overall. You should be quite familiar with that because basically every mock draft we've done this offseason been is 2-round mocks. So you've just seen those picks over and over again. The Jets don't have a 3rd-round pick. Thank you, Hassan Reddick. The Jets have 2 picks in the 4th round, number 103 overall and number 140 overall. 140 is a compensatory selection the Jets received from losing DJ Reed. In the 5th round, the Jets have number 179 overall. That's another comp pick they received. I believe that was the Morgan Moses loss. He went to the New England Patriots. DJ Reed went to the Lions. The Jets don't have a 6th-round pick right now. They've traded them all. Shout out to Mucci, who's been moving, slicing, and dicing across the board. No 6th-round pick for the Jets. And then the Jets have 2 7th-round draft choices, number 228 and number 242 overall. This is the bevy of picks that the New York Jets have at their disposal. Again, 9 picks overall, 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 7th. And then you also have sprinkled into the mix a 5th-round draft choice. This is where the Jets stand in the 2026 NFL Draft. Here is the big package of picks that the Jets have. Let's also jump on over here to the 2027 Draft Hall, which I'm sure excites a lot of Jet fans out in the audience. The Jets have 10 total picks in the 2027 NFL Draft, according to ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. They have 3 number 1s next year, their own 1st-rounder, the Indianapolis Colts 1st-rounder, and whichever pick ends up being better between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. When I say better, if the Cowboys pick 5th and the Packers pick 7th, the Jets get the 5th pick, whatever is the higher pick. Okay. And by the way, Darren Mucci deserves an absolute, let's actually give him a literal round of applause for working that in. To work in that clause, so that Quinnon Williams deal, man, is like one of the absolute master classes that Darren Mucci has ever done. Now, you get a lot of praise for the Sauce Gardner deal, the Justin Fields deal earlier this week. How did he trade Justin Fields for anything? That certainly is on the list. But the one to me that he just cooked is Quinnon Williams. Now, Quinnon Williams is really good. I'm sure me and a lot of you in the audience have a lot of Quinnon Williams jerseys in your closet. Oh, cue ball. Okay, he's a team captain, former All-Pro. Okay, he's a very talented player. He was the 3rd overall pick a bunch of years ago, 2019. He was a straw that stirred the drink on defense for a long time. The Quinnon Williams dance, right? We all did a little bit of that. That's a dance move we were able to bust out every once in a while. But to get a 2nd-rounder this year, which is 44th overall, to get a 1st-rounder next year, and that 1st-rounder to be whatever is best, that we sort of capitalize on that Micah Parsons trade where Cowboys have multiple firsts next year, and now we get whatever one is best. Great negotiating by Darren friggin' Mucci, man. Who knows what could happen? Now, again, right now on March 18th, I'd say the Dallas Cowboys are going to be probably competing for playoffs and division titles and God knows what else, I would assume, based on that roster. I'm like, whoa, they're stacked. You look at the Packers for a long time have had a winning organization. And they have Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur has won a bunch of games. So, again, right now, it would seem to suggest that those picks are going to be low in the 1st round. But here's the thing, man. Crazy crap happens. Who knows? The fact that the Mucci worked that clause into the deal, what if Dak, again, I'm not wishing this on anybody, but what if Dak Prescott trips down the stairs? Okay. Is Joe Milton leading them to the playoffs? I'm not so sure. What about the Packers? What if Jordan Love, I don't know, gets hit in the head with a rock? I don't know what the hell's going to happen. Who knows? That's all I'm saying. They don't have a Malik Willis over there anymore. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Anything could happen. And I'm not rooting for those crazy things to happen. I'm just saying sometimes they do. Well, without any voodoo magic or anything necessary. So the Jets have some opportunities, of course, in the 2027 NFL Draft. They have their own 2nd-round pick. They have their own 3rd-round pick. They have their own 4th-round pick. They have their own 5th-round pick. This is all in the 2027 NFL Draft. And then the Jets have 3 6s. San Francisco 49ers 6th-round pick. Kansas City Chiefs 6th-round pick. The Philadelphia Eagles 6th-round pick. They do not have a 7th-round pick next year. So the Jets have 10 total picks in next year's draft. Again, not next month's draft, next year's draft. We already went over 2026, which is next month's draft. We have 9 picks. But in 2027, we have 10 picks as of business right now. But Mucci can cook with some of that. He can flip some of those picks. So that is the current draft haul and cap situation for the New York Jets in 2026 and 2027, man. There's some nice opportunities here. Some real nice opportunities. Let's go to Mike Saunders here. So, didn't the Cowboys miss the playoffs this year? There's no reason to believe they are locks for the playoffs next year. No, I wouldn't call it a lock. I'm just saying at this moment in time, I could see it. Dak Prescott's a really good quarterback. CeeDee Lamb, spectacular. They have George Pickens on the tag, so he's really good. They brought back Javonte Williams, who was a really good running back last year. I don't know, that defense with Quinnon Williams not being picked up in the middle of the season, I imagine he's gonna be better. So yeah, they just got a really talented team, is all I'm saying. I hope they, my dad's gonna hate this. I hope they don't make the playoffs. It's better for the Jets, obviously. But who knows? I'm just saying, when you have a quarterback, you have an opportunity. And we haven't had one for a while, unfortunately. Mark Sacchetti, Boy Green Espresso Club member, says, Mooch has improved the baseline talent of our team. No doubt, especially on defense, man. David Onyemata, Joseph Asai, DeMario Davis, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Dane Belton, Nashawn Wright at corner. You look at the defensive tackle room, Devontae Sweat. You still have Harrison Phillips. You still have Jawan Briggs. I mentioned David Onyemata. I'd say. Interesting. Luby Super Jets fan says, do we have any estimated comp picks for next year? I would assume not based on our spending, but let me see. Comp picks 2027. Let's see. From Spot Track. Let's take a gander. Picks potential. Well, take a gander here. I haven't even looked at this because I assume not. Let's take a look here. It doesn't appear so. There is a chance. Let's see. Oh yeah, now I got the chart here. Let me take a look at the chart. Right now, the Jets are not projected to receive a single comp pick. All of their players have been canceled out. Like the losses of Elijah Vera Tucker, John Simpson, Quincy Williams, Michael Clemens, and Nick Folk were all crossed off the list by DeMario Davis, Joseph Asai, David Onyemata, Dane Belton, and Kingsley Enagbari. So, no, the Jets are not projected any comp picks for that matter, which, by the way, I'm not surprised. That's over the cap, by the way. I'm not surprised by. The Jets had to sign a bunch of guys. So enjoy the comp picks, folks. The Jets have the third fewest comp picks. They've been doling these things out since 1994, and the Jets have historically been very poor in receiving comp picks. Whether that's on purpose or not, I don't know. I can't speak to that level here. But the Jets are not projected to receive any comp picks next year. No, they are not. No, they are not. But I appreciate the question, Luby. Let me answer some more of your questions here. Yes, I very much like what Mucci has done so far. Yes. Dave Brigger says, when Mucci gets a quarterback, he will rise to the top of the GM standing. Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest question, of course. Joe Douglas made a lot of good trades. He had a Trader Joe nickname, but he failed in the acquisition of a quarterback. The Zach Wilson plan obviously failed. He traded away Sam Darnold. Again, Zach Wilson didn't work. He attempted Aaron Rodgers. Unfortunately, his Achilles exploded. That'll be a memory we'll all talk about at the bar forever. So, yeah, he needs to find the quarterback. Easier said than done, of course, but we'll see. I like Geno Smith for this year. I do. I think he was the best option of who was willing to come. So Kirk Cousins wasn't coming. Kyler wasn't coming. The Derek Carr thing is sort of weird. I don't know what the hell's going on there. So Geno Smith, look at the numbers. The numbers speak for themselves. And to be honest, the reason, and I've been very candid about this, the reason why I didn't breathe more life into the Geno possibility earlier this offseason is because, well, things didn't go great here with Geno, and it doesn't happen that often. As a matter of fact, if Geno ends up starting week 1, which by all accounts he's going to, it's going to be the longest period of time that a highly drafted quarterback, a quarterback that was taken within the first 2 rounds, starts for a team, leaves, and then comes back for that same team. Geno Smith is about to make NFL history from that standpoint. The Jets are not going to, like, even if the Jets drafted Ty Simpson, and we're going to have that conversation, I imagine, for weeks, even if they did, the chances of Ty Simpson immediately beating out Geno Smith seem very small. So Geno will, at the very least, start that. But yeah, getting the quarterback is going to unlock everything for everyone, quite frankly, but specifically Mooch. Yeah. Good morning to the Coffee Club. Mike Saunders again. I like seeing you in here, Mike. Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, Ty Simpson, and the guard from Oregon. Pregnon. Interesting. Well, that'd be a nice haul. Again, I am curious if the Jets go whatever at 2. Let's say for shits and giggles it's Sonny Styles, Mike. Let's play out your scenario. And then you start seeing one of those Ohio State guys fall. Is it, or whoever, like, or vice versa, right? Let's say you take Arvell at 2, and then Sonny falls to 7. Washington doesn't have a lot of picks in the middle of the draft. They, quite frankly, don't have a lot of picks at all. So if he falls to like 7, do you move up from 16 and say, you know, we're going to just get 2 home runs here, man? We're going to have Arvell at 2, and we're going to get Sonny Styles at 7. Like, do they do that? Do they just say, F it? You know what? We are going to quality. We're going to add quality to this team. I'd be fascinated to see if that's what they do. But yeah, this would be a spectacular haul. A couple of Ohio State defenders. Get your, in theory, quarterback of the future. Get a guard that can compete with Dylan Parham there on the line. Yeah. That'd be lovely. Hey, mother effing chew baby, gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's go. MFC. By the way, that membership went to CMD Carney. You are now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to CMD Carney, baby. For folks that are new to the channel, I want to explain this. And also, I owe Tennessee Jet. He asked me this yesterday on Boy Green Meets Woody, and I failed in my mission. My promise to him, I failed in. So I want to correct that right now, and I will. If you're new to the channel and you're a recent new subscriber to Boy Green Daily or the Boy Green YouTube channel, by the way, thank you for jumping on the train. By the way, MFC, 8 raffle tickets for you, my good sir, to our contest. Keep those raffles going, baby. But let me explain. For those that are new to the channel, I do a raffle giveaway every month. And it's not free. It costs $3. $3. You spend $3, you have an opportunity to win our raffle on a month-to-month basis. That's it. Every single month we do a raffle. Every single month we do a raffle here on the channel. And it's a lot of fun, and I try to give back to the fans in an affordable way. Because, you know, things are expensive in today's society. By the way, MFC, you now have sole possession. You've kicked Jake Aspen out of the top 5. You have sole possession with 8 raffle tickets. So we do raffles every month. And there's been all kinds of crazy stuff. We've had autographed footballs. We've had jerseys. We had autographed jerseys. We've had all kinds of things. And this month's raffle, okay, includes this. Shout out to Tennessee Jets. So we got a New York Jets 24-ounce tumbler. It's got every logo the Jets have ever had. Okay, it fell over. 1 second. There you go. Still in the plastic, all right? Here you go. This is the tumbler. Go tumbler. This is a part of our raffle here, and I'll show you a few other items. Here we go. There you go. Pulling this puppy out. Look at this. It's got every logo the Jets have ever had. I think this is cool. Personally, I want to keep this thing. This thing is awesome. You got New York Titans on there, Jets logo. So this is up for grabs. We're going to give this away on April 1st. All of the prizes I'm about to show you, we're giving away on April 1st. So that's a cool, brand new New York Jets tumbler. You got this old school New York Jets training camp hoodie. This is sweet. Here you go. Nice. New York Jets training camp hoodie. Nice. Oh, yeah. That's in the running. We've got hey, look at this. How about for the Sam Darnold fans in the audience? Thank you, Giants, for passing on him and taking Saquon Barkley, this old long sleeve. Yeah. So we've got a couple of things, some nostalgic stuff. Tumbler, and all kinds of fun action. So again, to be eligible for all of those prizes, And sometimes we throw some surprise gifts in there too as part of the raffle. All you have to do is spend $3 on the channel. You spend $3 on the channel, you have a chance to win those prizes. We'll give that away on April 1st. So Tennessee Jet, here you go. Here's this month's raffle. And I've already started receiving some new stuff because, I'm constantly trying to look ahead on future raffles. And I just made a monster purchase of items that are going to be sprayed across multiple raffles over the coming months. So that's going to be pretty friggin' cool. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. So there you go, Tennessee Jet. I know you were asking about that yesterday, so my apologies for taking so damn long to show that. So 100%. Yeah, baby. So we got a lot of that action happening, which I love. So yeah, shout out to the Coffee Club. Shout out to the Espresso Club. Mike Saunders says Washington signed Devin Lloyd, right? No, he went to Carolina. Carolina is where Devin Lloyd went, who I'm a big fan of, by the way. I do love that. And we have PETA Hotep 3140. BG, I would love that, bro. Yeah, I would too. Yeah. So again, if you guys want a chance to win those prizes, super cool. All you have to do is spend $3 on the channel. So if you're watching on YouTube, hit that little money sign. There's like a dollar sign. You hit that, and a lot of options pop up. Super chats, super stickers, gifting channel memberships. Channel memberships are $3 a piece. So every time you gift one, that's an easy way to do it. Every time you gift one, you get a raffle ticket for a contest. We always scroll on the scrolling ticker, the top 5, whoever has the most raffle tickets. But I would tell you, if you, let's say you don't have any raffle tickets right now to the contest, and you see the scrolling ticker geez, Jets Worldwide has 20 raffle tickets, I've got no chance. I would say absolutely not. We've had people win our raffle with 1 ticket, $3. That's all they've spent. It's random. On April 1st, in this case, everyone that has a raffle ticket, I'm going to put them on a big digital wheel, and then the wheel spins, and wherever it spins, you get a chance. So yeah, anyone can win. People have won with 1, people have won with 100. I mean, it just sort of is random naturally. So feel free. I hope you guys take full advantage of that out in the audience. And I would tell you guys this one more thing. And I see we have super chats and memberships. This is terrific. I'm going to throw one more thing on our screen. And I think this is the best deal that I have. If you want raffle tickets and you want all kinds of fun perks, I think this is the best deal that can be offered, and it's this. There are 2 YouTube membership levels. If you're a fan of the show and you love the show, you love the community, hit that join button on your screen. You'll have 2 options, the Boy Green Coffee Club and the Boy Green Espresso Club. And you can pay an amount per month to be a member to one of these clubs. For the Coffee Club, it's $2.99 a month. Again, it's super important for me, and always will be, to be as affordable as possible. That's very important to me. And the Boy Green Coffee Club, you get a loyalty badge next to your name. You get access to our custom emojis. All of them are created by our friends over at Jets Worldwide, who, by the way, another congratulations. They just surpassed 500 subscribers, so they'll be having their own emojis on that channel. You get early access to new videos. We are going to have a bevy of spectacular guests. We've had earlier this offseason Trevor Sikkema. We've had current players. We've had former players. And you guys out there in the audience get access to those interviews before the general public. One of the perks. Member shout-outs on the show. I try to highlight members' comments throughout the broadcast. Priority reply to comments when you guys reply to videos. I try to go out of my way to answer those. And then there's the Boy Green Espresso Club, which is a brand new feature. It came out in January, and it's more members-only content. I told you, the early access to new videos, you guys get access before the general public. But eventually, the public sees the same thing you see. You just get it before everyone else. You get a priority. In the Espresso Club, the content in there is exclusive to the Espresso Club. If you're not an Espresso Club member, you don't see it, ever. So that's part of the perk. So there's member-only shorts. I tell you guys some fun stories of all kinds of things. For instance, I'll explain this for the members-only live stream that's coming up later this month. At the end of every month, starting in January, we've done a members-only live show where it's just me and you guys out there in the audience. And each of the first 2, our third ones coming up at the end of this month, have gone over 4 hours. And they're incredible. We talk football, life, anything you want. And I will tell you guys this month, we have another goodie. Last month, I told you about me being cast on a game show, being very close to being cast on a game show. This month, I'll give you another one here. I wrote a story, and I'll take this off the screen for a second. I wrote a story about Elijah Vera Tucker for Heavy.com. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com, so I write a lot of articles. I wrote an article about Elijah Vera Tucker. A few hours after I wrote my article, Elijah Vera Tucker reached out to me, and I went, And I checked, and it was really Elijah Vera Tucker. And I will tell you the back and forth conversation we had for 5 minutes. Fascinating. I feel more comfortable explaining that behind a paywall. So if you guys want to hear what happened, and this is 100% for real, this is not a joke, this is not some fugazi thing. Me and Elijah Vera Tucker, after he signed with the Patriots, I wrote an article, and AVT reached out to me. And I'm just going to tell you, things got interesting. So we will, on the Espresso Club, I'll explain all that happened, and we'll just have fun, frolic, and everything. And anywho, I'll bring this back up, and I can answer more of your questions, comments, super chats, memberships. If you join the Boy Green Espresso Club, which is $5.99 a month, I think it's worth it for the members-only content. We do some cool stuff. But here's another reason it's worth it. If you join the Espresso Club, you get 5 raffle tickets to our contest in whatever month you do it. So if you join the Espresso Club right now in the month of March, you get 5 raffle tickets. Raffle tickets are normally $3 a piece. So that's a $15 value. But the Espresso Club is only $6. So joining it, you get more raffle tickets than you would if you just bought 5 raffle tickets. And you get all the perks of the Espresso Club. And you get all the perks of the Coffee Club. It's all packaged together. So I think the Espresso Club and Boy Green Coffee Club, for that matter, are the best deals in YouTube Jets land. And here's this. If you remain a Boy Green Espresso Club member, you join this month, and you get 5 raffle tickets. If you remain a member, you get 5 raffle tickets for life. Every month that you remain a member, you keep getting 5 new raffle tickets to the contest. You could keep them for yourself. You could gift them to your neighbor. It's up to you out in the audience how you choose to spend them. But you guys get 5 raffle tickets every month for the rest of time, as long as you remain a Boy Green Espresso Club member. So that $15 value is a $15 value every single month. Again, I think it's one of the best deals in YouTube land, and gives you a chance to win free stuff on a month-to-month basis and have fun and be a part of our community. So again, if you are interested by any of that fun, exclusive stories, talking with your fellow Jet fans, having a tailgate-like experience on a month-to-month basis, then hit that join button on your screen, baby, and hit the Espresso Club. All right, I see we got a lot of activity out here in the chat, so let's get through it. I see. Let's go Trackhawks ATL. It's been a while since I've seen my guy. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Wow.
There you go. Trackhawks ATL is jumping in the mix, baby, which is terrific. And I believe, yes, it is. This is our first action from Trackhawks ATL this month. So that's 3 raffle tickets, good sir, to our contest. Let's add that in. Trackhawks ATL is in for 3 raffle tickets and $1 left over. So the next $2 Trackhawks ATL spends, he gets another raffle ticket. So that's another note, by the way, out in the audience, if you're new to the channel. If you spend $10 and raffle tickets are $3 a piece, I hold over your $1. So if later in the month you spend $2, boom, you get your raffle ticket. So all your money counts. But let's get to the super chat. Arvell Reese, Makai Lemon, Colton Hood, Cassius Howell, Jake Slaughter, Justin Jolly, Reggie Virgil, Mikhail Kamara, Inez Cooper. Draft Hall flips the team. Ooh, I like that. Trackhawks ATL is giving some of these. You know, we've talked a lot about Arvell Reese. That would be my favorite at this point for number 2 overall. Makai Lemon, you know, getting a pass catcher in here, I think, is of the utmost importance for sure. Colton Hood, give me some corner help, baby. Give me some corner help. Now, they signed Nahshon Wright, so I'm sort of curious, potentially, where the Jets decide to go from that direction. But I'd be open to it if the right situation presented itself. I absolutely would. So let's keep that in the ethos as a possibility. That I'm very much open to, for sure. So Colton Hood, that's on my plate. Give me some Cassius Howell action if we're going to get some of that here on the program. Add another defender to the mix for the New York Jets. Oh, yeah, baby. Aggies up. Gig 'em. Yeah, hell yeah. Jake Slaughter, man, we need some interior offensive line help. The Gator. Yeah, give me some of that action, quite frankly. I think Josh Myers is fine. He's a fine guy. He's dandy. But if the Jets have an opportunity to improve, That is something that I would be interested in. So, baby, please. Yeah, give me some offensive line upgrades if that's possible. Let's go Justin Jolly here. Some tight end help. We have Mason Taylor. We have Jeremy Ruckert. But what else can be added to the room? I sort of want more receiving threats at tight end. That's sort of what I'm looking for this offseason, and it didn't really come in free agency, obviously. The Jets didn't do that. But give me some of that activity. I would love that at tight end. So very nice here from Trackhawks ATO. Let's go Reggie Virgil here. Okay, let's get some Reggie Virgil action here. Part of that Texas Tech defense is spectacular, or Texas Tech team, excuse me, is spectacular. And to get some wide receiver help is something I'm copacetic with, because we just talked about earlier. And I think there's path, and obviously it's sort of here with Trackhawks ATL saying we could double dip at wide receiver with some Mekhi Lemon and Reggie Virgil action. That's something that I'm good with. Let me look at the what did they have him listed at? I remember him being a taller guy. Let me check the combine profile here for Reggie. What did they have him listed at? Yeah, 6'3", 187 pounds. Oh, very nice. 31 and a quarter inch arms, 9 and 1/4 inch hands. Yeah, he wasn't graded very favorably in production score. Ended up running a 4.57 at the in the 40-yard dash. Now sometimes that gets blown out of proportion. Really, the real truth is what's on tape. What's on tape? To me, that's the real story. It's not just a comment, because obviously, as we talked about with Carnell Tate, he ran like a 4.52 or something. So, keep that in mind as we're talking about it as well. And you guys recognize the last name you should, Kamara, there for the Indiana Hoosiers defense. Hoosiers! There you go, baby. Defensive MVP, talented player. Oh, yeah. Give me more pass rush juice. I think you can't have enough. So I'd love some of that action as well. So if that can happen, I like this. I like this a lot. And then let's take another piece of this puzzle for Trackhawks ATL. Let's work that in there for Inez Cooper and add some 6'6", 334 pounds of man. And I knew he was going to get some of his U people in here. There you go. He has an NFL comp of Osiris Torrance. Big ass guard. Give me some interior offensive line play. I'm not going to lie, Trackhawks ATL. You cooked a little here. You cooked a lot here. I like that. A lot of cooking happening here. Very nice. Trackhawks ATL. Good draft plan. Now let's see if Mooj can flip this thing. We'll have to reference that after the draft. NC Green gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's friggin' go. NC Green jumping on the mix. We have like a gifting train happening. NC Green, you're up to 3 raffle tickets for our contest. Very much appreciate it. Let's see where that membership went to. Let me take a peek. We'll also open up the phone lines here in just a little bit. Let me see. Where do we go here on NC Green? Let me see where that membership went to. Incel Alon, which, by the way, where the hell did Alon go? Huh? Hopefully he's all right. I like that. Incel Alon. Very nice. Yes, you are. Welcome back to the Boy Green Coffee Club, Incel Alon. Make sure you guys pay it forward. Love it. Thank you, NC Green. Appreciate that love. Another super chat coming in. Let's go to our boy EZ, baby.
Wow.
Will Mooj make a trade in the first or second round? My gut says yes. There will be some movement, whether they're moving up or they're moving down. You got 2, you got 16, you got 33, you got 44. Here's a draft haul. We had this earlier. Here it is. Okay. There's going to be movement for sure, especially because at a bare minimum, there's going to be something at 33. You'd figure, unless there's just a player the Jets are absolutely unequivocally in love with at 33. You got to assume there's some trade action there. Again, I still have to write it. It's on my notes I've got 5 weeks, but I want to write it sooner rather than later. I want to write that column about the history of 33 being traded and what's been. I have it in my notes. I've been wanting to write it all offseason because I love that 33rd overall pick. What's the history of the 33rd overall? And we'll do a show on it. The history of the 33rd overall pick. How often has that been traded? What have been the draft hauls for that selection? What does history say? What could history indicate of what the Jets are to receive? So easy. That is totally on my list of things to do. No question about it. And I'm fascinated by it, to be candid. I'm absolutely fascinated by it. So appreciate that super chat. Phenomenal. And I do believe at least one, maybe two. Maybe we even get a little bit of a twofer. Easy. Maybe that happens. Possible. Oh, wow. Look at this Nanga Iboko getting involved. That's what I'm talking about with a gifted channel membership. Oh, hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Here we go. That membership went to Rick Star. Welcome back to the Boy Green Coffee Club, my friend. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know if my voice did that for anybody there, but we're here nonetheless. That's 2 raffle tickets for you, Nangi Boko. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for gifting. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Helps the world go round, round, and round. Nangi Boko, baby. Hopefully we get to meet Nanga and a bunch of you guys at the tailgate. More details on that to come. Ah, yes. The leader of Asmaniac Madness. Jake Asman has entered the octagon.
Wow.
Member for 20 months. Jake, you're the best, baby. Appreciate you. Muji builds hope, one bold move at a time. There's just a lot of the moves he's made this offseason that I'm fascinated by. I wrote a column this morning about Joseph Asai, and my buddy Mo Moten that joined us last week talked about why he believes Joseph Asai is going to break out. And he's a name that I assume a lot of Jet fans don't know, Joseph Asai. He was a backup for the first couple of years of his career. So I wouldn't be surprised if some people in our audience don't know him. But I think he's going to eat. You have opposite of Will McDonald. There's more love to come, of course, in the draft. So I'm very high on Joseph Asai, who I'm very intrigued by. The analytics look great. When he's gotten more opportunities, he's delivered more stats, which is a natural exponential growth. Opportunity cost, opportunity, production. He's gotten it done. Yeah, so Muji's made a lot of moves that I like. So let's go. Yeah, I think, Aaron Glenn was and this is just sort of how it works in this business. We're more familiar with coaches. We saw Aaron Glenn on the sideline. We can look at his numbers. Look at how he did on defense. Boom, boom, boom. Like he's more recognizable. Coordinators do press conferences every week. So we have press conference tape of Aaron Glenn speaking. So you can reference that. It's harder to judge general managers, to be honest. Most GMs don't get second wax. It happens. Tom Telesco got another run with the Raiders after being with the Chargers. Mike Tannenbaum got opportunities with the Jets and Dolphins. There's a handful of general manager types that have gotten, multiple whacks at the proverbial pinata, but it's a lot less frequent. Normally, when your team hires a general manager, it's a person that's never been a general manager before. I didn't know much about Mooch. Now, thankfully, I've got people that are around the Denver Broncos very close that could give me immediate information. Phil Milani worked for the Denver Broncos for 15, 20 years. I'm friends with Benjamin Albright. He's been covering the Broncos for a long time. So as soon as the Mooj thing was bubbling, I was able to do interviews with these people and get information. So I knew a little bit more about Mooj than the common person maybe, but still, we don't know much. A former quarterback, but that was it. Like, we didn't know how he was going to perform. I mean, candidly, we didn't know how AG was going to perform either, but it's hard to judge those GM types because you just don't know. And I love how active he's been with trades. I've said it somewhere. I don't know where I said it on what show. I do too many damn shows probably, but he has been as active as Howie Roseman in trades. They are tied for first place now after this latest Justin Fields trade. Now we'll see what happens because Howie still has that AJ Brown one in his back pocket, and maybe he's got another move to come. Maybe Mucci can lead him for a little bit if he goes and gets a wide receiver via trade. But it's hard to judge some of these guys because we just don't know. But I have been very encouraged, Jake Asman. I've been very encouraged by Darren Mucci. There's no question about it. All right, there's more to get into here, but we got a couple hundred people in the room. Folks, make sure you guys hit that like button. Like the video. It's free to do. It's right there. Just hit that like button. Smack it. Pound it. Like it. Do it, baby. That's the best way to contribute. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Again, as we continue our chase, it's going to happen. I feel it in my bones. I don't know when. I don't know how. But I just know it's going to happen, that we are going to reach eventually 10,000 subscribers and certainly 8,500. We are 15 away from 8,500 friggin' subscribers, baby, which is spectacular. So let's do this. Let's take a quick HEP timeout, and then we'll welcome your phone calls next, right here on Boy Green Daily, baby.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone, J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go!
The HEP. The HEP. The HEP. Oh, yeah, baby. Welcome back to Boy Green Daily. I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I am the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. I am the host of Boy Green Daily, and I am a handsome son of a gun because I said so. Shout out to 316 Day, by the way, earlier this week to the Stone Cold Steve Austin, baby. Crack a cold one. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Am I right? Let's go to the phone lines. That's a pinned comment on youtube.com/@BoyGreen25, baby. And we kick it off one way. And that is all in. And we bring him in. It's Hep, baby. What's up, Hep?
Hey, fellas. Hey, Paul. I've been watching the tape on Drew Allure.
Uh-huh.
I'm out on him. I'm out on that guy. He's really, his throwing motion is really wonky. And he has like, he can't throw a spiral. If you can't throw a spiral in the Northeast, you're screwed, you know?
That's the thing that scares me. So, like, I know Indy is a big Drew guy, and there's a few others in our, and I understand from a looking at him going, whoa, he's got a howitzer. He's big. Right. The eye test, I understand. But watching Notre Dame's college football playoff run and Notre Dame playing Penn State and seeing Drew Allure, and I'm like, ugh. Like, there was just so many moments during the game. Like, I'm like, yikes, who is this guy? And you can have all the size and measurables and everything, but, you know, you need more than that. And, yeah, that's the part that scares me. So, yeah, I know a lot of people are infatuated with him, but there's a lot of stuff that scares me about Drew.
There was a couple. I watched also something on Chris Sims' top 5 quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty good at breaking down and the things. But he was showing something about the quarterback from Tennessee.
Quarterback from Tennessee. Let me pull it up. That's in the draft this year you're talking about?
Yeah, it was in the draft this year.
Yeah, let me see. I saw it was that whoever that person was that in his top 5?
Yeah, it was he cracked the top 5.
Okay, yeah. Then I saw the graphic for sure. Let me pull this up on Chris Sims' top 5. Is this now Jaden Daniels? So I'm trying to get the right year. It's got. Let me type in the year. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this graphic quick. Oh, here it is. Oh, yes, Joey Aguilar. Yes.
Aguilar, that's the guy. Yeah. He's got some good size. He looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And he
I don't
entered
know.
the process late. He had like some law thing with Tennessee. He was trying to appeal for a year and it didn't come. And then like he was like days out from the combine and he was able to go to the combine. So yeah, it was sort of a weird situation there with Joey. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some good size, and I looked. The tape looks pretty good on him. Maybe you want to look at him, but the Drew Allure thing. He's not good. He even started quarterback very late. He played another position, and I think the quarterback got hurt in high school or something. Like, oh, you look good, you go play it. So
Yeah.
he's really kind of new. Usually, a quarterback is someone who's like he's 5 years old and he's throwing this bottle across the room, 100 miles
Right.
an
He's
hour
been
or something.
trained his entire life. Right.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got today, guys. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Hep. Yeah, Joey Aguilar, some more details on him. He's 24. He will turn 25 over the summer, so he's an older prospect. 6'3", 225 pounds. He sort of had a wild college journey. He was at the City College of San Francisco. He then transferred to Diablo Valley, and then transferred to Appalachian State, and then Tennessee. So he's had just a sort of crazy journey. 575 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns, 9,900 passing yards, 62% completion percentage. There's some intriguing numbers here for the young man. And I remember because Syracuse played Tennessee last year, and I got sort of a scouting report on Joey Aguilar. So he's an interesting kid. Again, Chris Sims the reason why I don't know if I laughed. Was it a scoff? Was it a chortle? I'm not sure exactly the word to describe my response to Hep when he brought up Chris Sims, but the only reason I had whatever that response was is because Chris Sims is known in the community, and he's a former quarterback. So I'm not trying to say whatever. I'm just saying what the draft community thinks is that Chris has some polarizing takes. Now this year, thank God, he had Fernando number 1 and Ty Simpson number 2, and then tier 1 Fernando, tier 2 Ty Simpson. Then he had his own separate tier, which was interesting. So some of his takes are just extreme. Like some years he'll have some wild quarterback number 1 that none of us have talked about. Like, whoa, really? You see him at number 1? And hey, too often in today's society, we're washed with takes. Like, what do I mean? There's a consensus mentality. Like, again, this isn't a good year as an example because Fernando, in a good way, Fernando, consensus number 1, he should be. But there are some, years where it's good to have, like, Drew Beatty's a good example. Our draft guy, most people have David Bailey top 5 as a top 5 overall player, top 10 overall player, something like that. But like Drew Beatty barely has David Bailey in the top 50. So he does not get influenced by consensus. He studies his tape, studies his action, and then he gives you his analysis. So that part to me is interesting. Let's get into some of your guys' comments here. I wanted to answer a bunch of these. 100%. NY Jets fandom says predicting players is a hard business. Absolutely, it is. It is a very difficult, a thankless job, quite frankly. Incel Lund says Chris Sims has had some bad rankings on other positions too, not just quarterback Google. Yes, that is true. Yeah, his track record has been spotty for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would agree with everything he's done. Yes, that was it. Incel Lund says Chris Sims had Zach Wilson as QB1, and we heard all those stories. That actually, maybe it's good news the Jets didn't have the number 1 overall pick because, like, you didn't want Trevor Lawrence. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, Incel Lund. Chris Sims is a moron. No. Shout out to Matt Sims, by the way. I don't know if any of you remember Matt Sims. Can I get a quick picture of Matt Sims here? Does anyone remember Matt Sims? Former Jets quarterback Matt Sims. Yeah, Matt, 6'3", 210 pounds. Went to college at Louisville, El Camino, in Tennessee. Speaking of Tennessee, and he spent the first 3 years of his career with the New York Jets. That he did. Matt Sims. He was with us. I didn't realize it was 3 years. Let's give a random poor shout out. pour one out shout out for Matt Sims. I'm going to be honest. I can't remember the last time I even thought about Matt Sims in my life. I'm going to be candid until this just came up right now. Let's pour one out. Where's old Matt? I remember seeing him in training camp back in the day. Oh, Matt. So shout out to this kid. Shout out to Matt Sims. Number 5 in your bingo card, on your roster sheet. Old Matt Sims. Let's get a picture of Matt Sims on here. Would have thought. Who would have thought we'd have a Matt Sims reference on the show? But here we are. Old Matty. Here you go. Let's throw this up on the big board. Matt Sims. There he is. There he is. Matt Sims throwing a pass against the Philadelphia Eagles. Look at all these other Jets around him. Is that Wayne Hunter back there? Could be. Could be. Unbelievable. It could be Chuma Edoga, perhaps. So I'm looking at some of these names. Unbelievable. There you go. Matt Sims. Pour one out. Matt Sims. Nice. Anywho, get to some more of your guys' questions and comments. NY Jets fandom says Jets need to win 7 games. I heard other people talking about this. This might have been on Jake's show. Could have been on someone else's show. Like, how many games does Aaron Glenn have to win to save his job? And I'm not sure if there's a number. I think 7, he's safe. I think 6, you're a little froggy. If it's anything 5 or fewer, I think AG's in trouble. But again, their context is important. I think 7 or more, he's totally safe. 6, it depends on the 6. And then 5 or fewer, I'm like, he probably gone. He probably gone. So that's probably the line for me. If that makes sense. So, yeah, but I think 7+, he's safe. It'd be hard to envision how he won 7 games and then didn't keep his job. Mike Saunders says, I could see a team falling in love with Drew Aller, physical tools, and drafting him in the second because he's a 4-7 to me. Yeah, 4th through 7th round. Yeah, again, I can understand why the tools, someone says, I can save him. But seeing him a bunch, playing it, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure on Drew. Mike asks, why does this have to be a quote-unquote prove-it year for AG? Well, last year was terrible. And terrible and worse than I think anyone could have possibly thought. He dealt with a lot of issues. Now, a lot of first-year coaches deal with issues, but he had a lot of problems. So it is a prove-it year. It's absolutely. He cannot afford to have another terrible year. And I'm an AG guy. I'm an AG truther, as the kids say. And he needs to deliver wins and losses. And I think Gino should help get him some wins. If he stays healthy and this line and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and more talent to be added, they have a chance to win some games. But they got to do it. They got to go out and do it. Because we're just in projection land right now in March. Yes, again, I agree. Prove it year for him. No doubt. Yeah, let's get the likes up, people. 100%. Let's get the likes up. Hit that like button. Shout out to Pita Hotep. Shout out. Like that video, folks. That's a free way to contribute to the program. Yes, sir. Yeah. Dino or Dino. We have a Dino around here, former Syracuse head coach Dino Baber. So Dino or Dino, whichever you prefer. Paul, you're the man. Thanks for the amazing content. You're appreciated. I appreciate you appreciating it, to be honest, man. Thank you. I love doing this. It's an absolute treat. Get to do this every day for Boy Green Daily. Boy Green meets Woody. I get to do another show twice a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays. I get to do other live shows. Wednesday, today's a Wednesday, so I'm going to be live at 11 o'clock. March Madness and some other random sports stuff. That's for sure. So, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So we'll have that and Survivor for the Survivor fans in the audience. You guys can tune in late tonight at what will that be? 9:45. We'll be doing Survivor recap for any of our Survivor fans out in the audience. Yes. Any of our Survivor fans out in the audience? Brian Farrell says, how is that tackle we picked up yesterday? You'll have to give me that name, Brian, unless I missed it. I don't think I saw the tackle. If you're talking about Chukwuma Okorafor, maybe some signings became official. Here's the offensive lineman I know they brought back. Max Mitchell, Xavier Newman, Chukwuma Okorafor. Is there anyone else I'm missing? I don't think so. So if, Brian, whoever it is, I'm more than willing to answer. So just make sure you hit up the comments with whatever you're talking about. Oh, yeah, Jalen Waddle, because we haven't talked about that yet. So, yeah, let's get into some Jalen Waddle action here on the program. I think this was a double dose of good news for the Jets. I do. Miami got weaker. That's great. Screw Miami. Jalen Waddle's a really talented player. Now, he wasn't a Pro Bowler or an All-Pro or nothing, but he was a very talented player. So him going outside the division, woohoo! That's great. Phenomenal. So that's absolutely terrific. And now Denver's overloaded with receivers, and Darren Mucci's from Denver. You just start connecting the dots. Like, wait a second, Jets need a receiver. Broncos have too many. Darren Mucci worked for 13 years with Denver. Is there a deal to be had? We put up a video yesterday, a slice of the interview from our MC Show digital interview with NFL insider Matt Lombardo, and he talked about two Broncos names that could be Jets wide receivers. Could be a deal struck there. Keep an eye out for that. So some Jalen Waddle action. I think there was a double dose of good news for the Jets. And while some people will say, Paul, okay, Miami traded a wide receiver. They cut Tyreek Hill. Now they need a wide receiver, and they pick ahead of the Jets in the first round. They could take a wide receiver. Yes. Yes, they could. They could take a wide receiver. And if they take a wide receiver, we have other needs. Now, I think wide receiver is one of the biggest remaining needs on the team. I do. But only 15 players can go before the Jets pick, and we have one of them. So, technically 14 players because, we're going to take a guy at 2. So only so many players can go ahead of the Jets at pick 16. If teams pivot and do this, that means other players slip to the Jets. So I don't think it's doomsday or anything like that. If Miami takes a receiver, God bless, so be it. Okay, that's fine. They could have taken a receiver anyway. We'll see what they do. But if they take something else falls. So I'm not worried about that too much, to be honest. I'm not worried about that too much. Indy Jet says, rumor is Dolphins may trade the running back to Seattle. I assume you're talking about Devon Achane. Oh, wow. I didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know who Seattle has signed since at running back. I don't remember a big notable name going over there. But candidly, I'm going to have to catch up on all this free agency stuff. People have been flying all over the place. Robert C807. If Geno Smith wins Super Bowl for the Jets, will people be upset about it hurting the Jets' future? Yeah, this is the thing, I'll be honest, Robert, that really pisses me off about this season. I'm going to count this offseason we're doing right now and looking ahead to next season. Like, there's too many Jet fans, and you guys can fan however the hell you want to fan, but that I can allow that to happen. Not like I allow it. I'm Boy Green. No, like you guys can do whatever the hell you want, but that doesn't mean I don't have opinions about it. There's so many Jet fans out in our universe that have given up completely on 2026. And they just want to fast forward this year, just get to 2027, let's get our quarterback, and let's move on. And they're not excited about this year whatsoever. And again, if you're not excited, yippee for you. Who gives a flying hoot? You guys can do whatever you want. But, so people have those opinions, and that's whatever to me. I don't like skipping years or doing any of that. Like, I treasure every day. Tomorrow is not promised. I enjoy every off season. I enjoy every season. To me, I get genuinely excited and fired up for these opportunities, moments, and everything in between. The fans that piss me off is they're saying, boo, don't bring in Geno Smith. That can ruin the tank. Ah, boy, we don't want to win too many games. And I'm like, what? What are we talking about? Folks, AG wants to save his job. His job is not to appease you in the audience and try to lose as many games as possible so you guys can tank and get this number one pick. That's not his job. Of course he's trying to save his job. Of course Mucci's trying to help him save his job. They're trying to add talent to this team. So the people, this is an extreme example, Robert, of like, if Geno Smith wins the Super Bowl, will people be hurting the Jets' future? I can pick up the sarcasm here, but like, it is that theme, though. The people are getting angry when AG is getting win now players. People are like, well, that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean it doesn't make any sense? He's trying to win games, man. He's trying to win games. And Jet fans, you should want to win games. And here's the other factor that everyone is missing. Okay? They say, oh, boy, if the Jets go 7-10, that's the worst thing that could happen. No, it's not. No, it's not. You have 3 lottery tickets. The Jets, the Colts, and the Cowboys-Packers, whichever one is worse or better, whichever your perception is. If again, the Jets are going to get the higher of those picks. Whatever's the best first-round pick, they'll get it. The Colts could implode, totally implode. So you could have your cake and eat it too. The Jets could go 7-10, 8-9, whatever, and then the Colts can just suck. They can have a top 5 pick. Presto. Jets compete for the playoffs, and they get their quarterback. Both things can happen. It's not one or the other. The Jets have multiple first-round picks. So I just don't understand this mentality. I don't want to understand it. I don't get it. Jet fans, get out of your own head. Let's win some bleeping games. Okay? And let's let the other first-round picks turn out. Let's just see what happens. That's what I'm saying. Let's roll the ball out. Let's play some football, and then we'll see wherever the Jets pick at the end. Why don't we just do that? The Jets have 3 first-round picks. Let's see what happens. Hell, maybe they trade and get a 4th first-round pick. I don't freaking know what's going to happen, but come on, man. I just don't understand it, Robert. I just don't understand it at all. There's too many Jet fans that are swimming in this water. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Let's go back to the phone lines. Johnny and his aviators joins us here on the program. Johnny?
Hey, BG, good morning, brother. How you holding up, man?
Johnny boy, I'm so sorry with everything yesterday, man. I tried my best, tried to rally the votes, tried to make some things happen. So sorry, man.
Oh, it's all good, man. I mean, dude, it was fun. I mean, Lumpy's a good dude, so you know, I got love for Lumpy.
Sure.
And I mean, you know, it's dope. I mean, shout out Nacho, shout out to Blitz, shout out to Snowball, ISU, Rocket on the video, and then you as well, man. I see you rocking the Macho Talk Sports.
Yeah, there you go.
T-shirt is pretty dope, man. So shout out to Macho again, man. Wanted to ask you, so you're kind of hitting on it, and I'm on the same boat. Like, I don't want to lose. Like, I want to win, you know, and I feel like AG is trying, right, to a certain extent.
Yep.
Like, his damn job's on the line, you know. So, but I wanted to ask you in regards to this whole narrative that's being put out there now that essentially, right, captain of the ship is Mucci, and I'm the captain now, right? Do you believe into that, or do you see that there really are a tandem that they're working together to bring in a lot of these free agent moves that they've done? Because if I'm being honest with you, like a lot of the picks that we brought in as free agents, they look like, I mean, they've all said, hey, I spoke with Aaron Glenn, and Aaron Glenn is the reason, you know, like, I'm pumped for this team. I'm ready. And I feel like a lot of the moves that they've made are for the future as well, in the sense, and what I mean by that is, for example, the Geno Smith, who's the individual that we're wanting in 2027, right? We're wanting another quarterback. So essentially, Geno's not going to give you any pushback on that. He has a cousin who's probably going to be the number 1 wide receiver, right? And that's another individual that we want. I don't know. Like, I don't believe the whole, you know, all Mucci now, and it's Mucci is the one that he's doing. So, I mean, am I tripping on that, or do you believe in that? And it's Mucci's ship now, essentially.
Oh my God. do people just believe anything? That's my thing. I just want to start off with, and this isn't an insult to you, Johnny. I'm just saying to the universe. Okay. So Mike Francesa, and I'll be honest, I'm a military brat, so I've moved all over the place. So maybe I would have a much different perspective on Mike Francesa if I lived in the New York area and I just heard him my whole life. So I didn't. So I don't have that attachment. But he says this ridiculous nonsense that Glenn and Mucci aren't on equal terms, and now there's some beef there and all this other bullshit, and people are buying it up, eating it up. Nom, 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 nom. Oh wow, well, look at all this crazy crap. Jets are dysfunctional. And then I saw this and immediately took a step back and said, "Hey, folks, now wait. I didn't literally say this. I just said this in my head. When have we gone to Mike Francesa for breaking Jets news? Oh, never." But now we're just going to go to this guy, and because some people hate AG, they're just going to say, "Oh yeah, this is totally true." I'm just going to force believe this nonsense from this guy because I want it to be true for the people that don't believe in AG. To me, it was total and utter bullshit, and I couldn't retweet fast enough when Connor Hughes says, "I reach out to all my sources, and basically this is all bullshit." Retweet. I'm like, I didn't interact with that Mike Francesa stuff at all. I thought it was stupid. I think it's nonsensical. Why would Mucci? The only reason Mucci is here because Glenn hired Mucci. Glenn picked Mucci. We were about to hire a guy, some random man named Lance Newmark from Washington. He was set to be the GM. Aaron Glenn signed his deal first, and he went, "Actually, I don't want Lance Newmark. Get him out of here." And and this is from reading tea leaves. I can't wait till this story can be officially told because a bunch of beat reporters have indicated there's something greater going on here with that situation, and I want to hear what that's all about. But from my gathering of this situation is that Glenn basically hired Mooch. And then at first, it's Glenn is the guy wearing the pants in the relationship, and Mooch was there. It seems like things have more balanced out this offseason. Mooch has perhaps commanded more respect. He was sort of a no-name guy compared here with AG. So I think they're on more level footing. I don't think this is a mood show and now AG is just some pencil pusher. I think all that is BS. I think it is more even. I still think AG holds all the cards. I think his final roster say on anything. I don't think Darren Mucci makes trades and AG finds out about it after. I don't buy that at all. I think AG still has final say on all of these decisions, and that speaks to the contract he received. But no, I think all of that was complete and utter nonsense. And if it came from a reliable source, okay, we can have a conversation about it. If Rich Samini wrote a column that indicated all this stuff, I know some people don't like Rich. Okay, now there's some legitimacy. Oh, Connor Hughes did this. Oh, okay. But no, Mike Francesa, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just don't know why they keep trying to push the division out there amongst everybody. Like, I get if you're like, I don't like AG and all of that, then say that, but don't be like, oh, Muji is running the ship now. He's that, and AG is like the sidekick. You remember that narrative too that was pushed out there as well. Sure. I mean, it was said, but I don't know. I like what they're doing, man. Like, even though I was probably one of the few that I was very weary about the DeMario because of the whole age situation, but I also understand it at the same time. They're building for their future to have a guy that'll be able to essentially help out the rookies that are going to come into those positions itself. So I don't know, man. I hope that this year they do really well together. Mm-hmm. And it's about the whole entire team, man. And they're doing it. Dude, the fact that Muji got anything for Fields, 100%. Getting them out of this and then still like having them take some of the money and still getting a player potentially in 2027 draft, it's wild. Yeah, it's wild, So I like what they're doing. I hope it continues. They just got to win. I think once they start winning, it'll clear up so much, man, so much. So I agree with you, bro. They got to win. If he wins, oh man, Muji and Glenn, look what they're doing. Oh right. Man, dude, if Glenn ends up having a winning season, okay? Mm-hmm. A winning season with the New York Jets. Bro, he's probably talked in the conversations of coach of the year because it hasn't been done in how long? and that's how much weight the New York Jets organization holds in the NFL. Yeah, we've been crap, we've been whatever, but dude, you win here, you're remembered forever and a day, bro. It's the reason why we continue to keep talking about Rex Ryan. So look, I wasn't an AG guy, that. But I want him to succeed. He's rocking the green and white, and whoever's with the green and white, dude, I want them to do well. So
100%.
I appreciate you, BG. Hey, again, thanks, brother, man. It was that was dope, bro. So
Appreciate you, brother.
But I was here with the kids. So, but
that's all right.
JETS, Jets. Let's go, Jets.
There he is, Johnny Boy, joining us here on the program. Folks, I want to get into a super chat. We have more calls, but I want to ask you something honestly. Yeah, okay. We normally don't break this weird fourth wall like this, but here we are. We have 300 people in the room. I want to ask you guys a question. There's a YouTube poll running right now, and I'd love it if all of you can vote honestly, and you won't hurt my feelings, I promise. I'm dead serious, okay? For the people that are watching the show live. At 11 o'clock, I'm scheduled to do a live show. I on Boy Green Daily, I get to pick my own topics. I get to talk about whatever the hell I want to, and I love it. This 11 o'clock show I do on MC Show Digital Channel, we sort of share on what the topic is of this live show. And this is my old radio show. This 11 o'clock show has nothing to do with the New York Jets. Nothing to do with the New York Jets. Okay? I'm curious. So, again, let me just try to explain it again. I'm doing a live show in 2 hours at 11 o'clock. It will have nothing to do with the New York Jets. So answer the YouTube poll there. You have 3 choices. Would you still watch a show on this channel that has nothing to do with the Jets? It could be March Madness. It could be Survivor. It could be all kinds of weird stuff. The 11 o'clock live show. Vote on the 3. Either, yeah, I love you, Boy Green. I'll watch whatever you put on this channel. Okay? Number 2, no, I'm going to be honest, Boy Green. I wouldn't want to watch that. Thanks. Or 3, Boy Green, it would annoy me to get an alert on my phone. Oh, wow, Boy Green's live. And then it's something that has nothing to do with the Jets. Please, if you can, vote. I'd really like your honest feedback because this is something new that I'm doing. And this will occasionally happen during the off season. So if it would annoy a large section of people, then that show I don't want to have live on these Boy Green YouTube channels. And you guys can find it if you're subscribed to the MC Show Digital channel, then you can jump over. So again, it's going to be some March Madness topics, some local Syracuse topics, college basketball sort of stuff. So again, it will have absolutely nothing to do with the Jets, and quite frankly, nothing to do with the NFL. So I'd love your honest feedback. Okay. So again, that's it. It'd be mostly college basketball, some Syracuse stuff, March Madness-ish, maybe some Survivor. And again, nothing to do with the Jets, nothing to do with the NFL. So feel free to vote, people, on the poll. I'd love to hear your feedback. This is a show by the people for the people. If it's content, again, anything I do, you'd watch, great. But I want it honestly. If you don't feel that way, I don't want you to vote that way. I want you to literally vote how you feel out in the audience. So please, I'd love your feedback. Again, you have 3 choices. Yes, love it. Whatever you put out, I'll watch. Okay, great. Number 2. Yeah, I'm just going to be honest, Boy Green. No, I wouldn't watch it. But do it, but I wouldn't care. Don't watch it. Or 3, it would annoy me, you, out in the audience, if I got an alert about a show that Paul was doing that had nothing to do with the Jets and annoy me so much I might even unsubscribe. So that's sort of what I'm trying to get at. So the poll is up right now on YouTube. So feel free to vote. The votes are jumping around. I see it's mostly 60% say, oh, yeah, I'd love anything you do. There's 25% of you that say, nah, I wouldn't watch. And then there's a solid 12%. That's a pretty large percentage still to me that would be annoyed by that notification. So keep voting on that. I'll reference that before we end the show. Again, I just love your feedback. Show by the people for the people. And I'd love to see how you guys vote. If you guys are watching on another portal, please hop on over to YouTube and vote in that poll. Super important. I would like to, again, get some other insights because this kind of show will occasionally happen throughout the summer. Yeah, someone's saying just turn off notifications. Someone could totally do that. I just know some people probably don't. For instance, I'm subscribed to a few YouTube channels. I have notifications on. So every time that person goes live, I get a ding on the phone. So yeah, so anywho, NY Jets fandom is saying, I changed my mind. Hard pass on the topics you mentioned, LOL. And again, I want the honest feedback. So that's great. So yes, 100%. Whatever your honest thing back is exactly what I'm looking for. So yeah. Great. So yeah, keep those comments coming. I'll check back in on the comments and how you guys feel about it. But yeah, feel free to also, do that as well. Taylor Sterling says 12% would be annoyed at any notification. Perhaps that's true. So maybe there's nothing to dig into that. But either way, make sure you guys vote and then give me your honest feedback in the comments. I'd appreciate that. Let me real quick. Dunk Lloyd said it. I wasn't listening close enough. Is this on Boy Green Daily? No. So Boy Green Daily forever for the rest of the time, real quick before I go back to the phone lines and get to super chats, will always be Jets. It will never change. There will be rare occasions for people that were over the summer, saw the Brett Michaels story. That was a rare occasion where it wasn't. But 99% of the time, Boy Green Daily will always be Jets. There will be rare family examples, I suppose, that I have to carve out for, which is possible. But no, this is an 11 o'clock show. So if you guys have been subscribed to the channel, every once in a while, you get an alert at 11 o'clock, and I'm going live, and you'll see me and my radio digital partner, Jim Lurch, on screen. And we have a show coming up in 2 hours that I can guarantee you, from everything I've just heard from the topic list, has nothing to do with the Jets, nothing to do with NFL. It'll be completely off-topic things to people that normally subscribe to this channel. So no football, no Jets. It'll be college basketball, a local Syracuse thing. I live here in Syracuse, which is college basketball related about their basketball coach. And then apparently maybe some random Survivor stuff. So I'm just curious out there in the audience if that would annoy people if they got alerted by that. And if it would, I wouldn't want to stream it live. If people are cool with it and they just don't want to watch it, I'm totally cool with that. You don't have to just watch anything that I put out. So I'm just curious. So again, vote on the poll. Yes, you'd love it. No, I don't want to watch it. Or 3, I'd be so annoyed by it. Please, don't do it. So let me know. Thanks. I will circle back to that as well. Let's get a super chat in here. This is from Tennessee Jet, who threw this in here. Tennessee Jet.
Wow.
I love this bit. He says, what did I miss? $2 super chat coming in. Well, actually, Tennessee Jet, you missed the thing I did for you earlier, so I'll do it for you again. Tennessee Jet, I promised you that we would reveal the prize pack on Boy Green Meets Woody yesterday for the raffle. We do a raffle every single month, and I did it earlier, but I'll do it again for you, Tennessee Jet, because I did it for you. This is our raffle prize for this month, okay? And I'll do it. Here you go. I'll show you guys in person too. So if you spend $3 on the channel, you're eligible for a raffle. Here are our 3 raffle prizes this month on the channel. So Tennessee Jet, you actually picked up another raffle with your super chat. Here you go. We've got this brand new Jets tumbler. Okay, here you go. Very nice. It's got every logo the Jets have ever had. New York Titans, you see. You have the jet plane emoji. You have the old school jet that's now. Every jet logo they've ever had in this beautiful tumbler cup, 24-ouncer. This will be given away on April 1st. Okay, so we have that in the raffle for this month. All right, we have a random throwback here. Thank you, Giants, a Sam Darnold long sleeve. Thank you, Giants, with an American flag for passing on Sam Darnold from a bunch of years ago. I found this. I thought this was awesome. Throwing that in there. Okay. We've got this old school New York Jets training camp hoodie. I love this. Here you go. New York Jets, baby. The old New York Jets training camp hoodie. So we've got the hoodie, the Sam Darnold long sleeve, and, like I said, that New York Jets 24-ounce tumbler. Those are all the prizes that will be given away on April 1st. To be eligible, all you have to do is spend $3 on the channel. So Tennessee Jet, what'd you miss? A bunch of that topic, but most specifically for you, the raffle prizes, which I promised. So apologies for the lateness, but I'm glad I got to it. So that is the raffle prize for this month. Let's go to my boy DNY for life.
Wow.
For 20 months. Appreciate the support, my man. Devin, DNY for life. Thanks, Johnny and BG. The fans want AG gone, effing dumb. Yeah, again, I say this all the time. Fans can fan however the hell they want to fan. That's up to them in the universe. To me, when someone dons the green and white, I support them. Here's a great example. They hired Adam Gase in 2019, And before Adam Gase was hired, and I'm not the only one, I'm sure other people in the audience felt this way too. I'm like, oh dear God, please don't hire Adam Gase. That's the one guy I don't want after they fired Todd Bowles. I'm like, please, anyone else. And they hired Adam Gase. And you can find the audio podcast. It's still out there somewhere. My reaction to Adam Gase being hired. And I said, oh, what a disaster. This is terrible news. Oh, Jesus, I hope I'm wrong. But he was our coach. I'm like, well, I got to support him. So I supported him, even though I thought it would go terribly wrong. So, the people that just want AG's head on a pike and they're like, I hope we lose this year so he gets fired. Like, what the? Like, don't we all want them to win? We should all want them to win. I don't know. That's neither here nor there, Devin. But yes, there's too many crazies out there in the audience. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton graces us with his presence.
Morning, Paul. Hi, this morning.
Not too bad, not too shabby. How are things with you?
I'm just not myself today.
Oh no, what happened? What's wrong?
My girlfriend broke up with me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Fulton. That's terrible.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm sorry. It's just I've been together with her for 10 years and everything. And
wow, that's such a long time. Well, what happened?
Well, we just confirmed it. It's done and gone. So.
Yeah, but what went wrong? What happened, man?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you this, man. That's terribly sad. I've been broken up with before. It sucks. It's her loss, man. You're a great guy. You're super talented. You can sing, you can dance, you can do it all, man. So you know what? If she doesn't see it in you, to her loss, man. There's plenty of fish in the sea. They're going to see how smart and intelligent and talented and everything else that you are, man. So just who cares what I know it hurts right now and it's very sad and you've spent a lot of time with her. 10 years, that's a decade. There's a name for it. That's a lot of time, man. But it'll be better in the long run. If she doesn't want you, then fine. You know what? It's her loss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
I just need some cheering up today. So
100%. Well, let me see what I got here in the hopper. Let me see if I can cheer you up. All right, let's try a few things. All right, first off, let's try this. Like the yeehaw thing when it's someone's birthday and you got to jump on a saddle?
I think so.
All right, yeah, lay it on us. It'll remind me of what that is. How about that, Mr. Famous Fulton? Did that do anything for you?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, okay. What about this? So let's run through these.
Yeah, you're welcome. I do some other impressions too. So.
Oh, okay. You want to lay some on? Say some of them on us here? Okay, sure. Yeah. Let's go. Sure.
Well, hiya, pal. Oh boy. And you be too.
I feel ya. Oh, Mickey.
Minnie. And bottle. It's not and then there's Tigger, Tigger, so this is Tigger. The wonderful things about the wonderful Tiggers about. It's funsy, fun. One of us Tigger is I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Woo-hoo.
How about that? Did that do anything?
It made me feel better.
Okay, well, there's one more from the audience. They're saying this will make you feel better, so let's give this a whirl. Did that make you feel better, Mr. Famous?
Yeah, it did make me feel better, Paul. Thank you.
That one actually made me feel worse because, I wanted Fernando for the Jets, and now he can't be here. So that one actually made me feel worse. But if it made you feel better, then that was definitely worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Paul, for making me feel better. I appreciate it.
All right. Actually, let me see. What else do I got here? Let me try. Oh, okay. Maybe this.
Jets, 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 Jets.
Mr.
Yeah.
Famous Fulton. What about now?
It should.
No?
It sure will. It should will.
Okay. Well, you're a bright young man, Mr. Famous Fulton, and you've got your whole life ahead of you. And while this is clearly a sad moment, and I feel for you, I'm empathetic. I feel exactly. I've been in those shoes before, getting dumped. It stinks and breaking up, and it doesn't work out. But as Hep says here in the audience, a lot of people are showering comments in here. We love you, Mr. Famous Fulton, and we're here for you, pal. Okay.
Thank you very much. I'll let you know if I need anything.
Okay. All right. You have a great day. Okay, pal?
Thank you.
All right. Hope you feel better. Mr. Famous Fulton has him and his girlfriend of 10 years broke up. That's sad. That's terrible news. So, hopefully, Mr. Famous Fulton, you're going to find somebody else out there. Her loss. You're the best, baby. So don't even worry about any of that. I understand you're sad right now. That's all right. That's okay, man. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to have your feelings. 10 years is a lot of time. Taylor Sterling. BG hasn't set a date. Fulton is now the most eligible bachelor in Boy Green Daily. Wow. Okay. Didn't think about it that way, but there you go. Congratulations. We'll have to do a dating show or something on this program to help Mr. Famous Fulton find his next love interest. I'm game. Mark Sacchetti says, when one door closes, another door opens. 100%. Yeah, that's the way to look at it, I think, for sure. Definitely. All right, folks, do this for me. Here's what we'll do on the way out, because I see the YouTube poll, again, that I put up. We'll end the show on this. Again, I'm doing a live show at 11 o'clock, but it will have nothing to do with the Jets or football in general. Would you watch? Yes, love you, Boy Green, 58% of the fans. 31% say, no, sorry, man, I wouldn't. And then 11% say, I'd be annoyed by that notification. So now just let the comments fly. And let me know if, you love any content I put out and you'd watch it. Number 2, you wouldn't watch. Or if any of you would be so annoyed by that notification, feel free to let me know in the comments section. I'd like to just sort of get one last temperature check before I decide what to do. And no, I'm not spinning off into any other careers. No, I love doing the Jets. This is just a partnership. And when you're on another show, that sometimes you do different content. So it's not, I love the Jets and I will do Jets every day for the rest of my life. So that will be forever that. But occasionally on these other shows where topics are shared on what we cover, I'm fascinated to hear what you guys say. So I'm seeing Troy loves the content. So great. He's fine with it live streaming. So if you're fine with a live show coming up in 2 hours with nothing to do with the Jets, let me know, or the other side. I'd love your continued feedback here as we're wrapping up the show. So we'll see what happens. But it looks like, I think, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If you guys do want to see that content, we'll let you guys know out there in the universe. Yoham says, do what you do, brah. People will come. You know what? We'll do it. We'll cross stream it, and hopefully, people are just fine with occasionally content being something different. Hopefully so. Jared B says, what if the Jets moved to St. Louis? Would you still be a Jets fan? I would, to be honest. I would. Yeah. Troy Sturder says, what will it be under defined? I will let it live stream here. And again, I will give you guys all warning that the show at 11 o'clock that you guys will get a notification for. If you get my notifications, it will have nothing to do with the Jets or football. And hopefully that's something you guys are all okay with. Occasionally, this will happen on the channel. If we get a totally negative response to it, then in the future, I will just exclusively live stream that on the MC Show digital channels. And I will give links in my YouTube post of how you guys can hop on over if you want to. Thank you guys for your honest feedback. I really appreciate it. out there in the audience. So much appreciated. Again, we'll be back live at 11 in 2 hours. So hopefully you guys can hop on and join us for that. That's going to be great. Excuse me. And yeah, we'll also keep you posted with any other Jets news that'll be coming up as well. So we'll see you guys then. God bless everybody. Take care. And again, make sure you like the video on the way out and hit subscribe. We'll see you, folks. Take care.